Good morning, viewers of Cat's Couch. I'm Avery Demaray, back again as your host. We have a great show for you today. Zach is presenting a video about Mitzi McCordie, an outreach director for Lake Norman Regional Medical Center. Taylor will be presenting a video on why car accidents have been on the rise lately, and Billy Wells, the principal from the newest Early College and Iredell Statesville schools, located at North Iredell High School, the College of Agriculture and Sciences. So here's the news. March brings us some fun holidays. Pi Day was on the 14th, representing the three numbers of pi, 3.14. Pi Day is an annual celebration of the mathematical constant pi. Pi Day was first celebrated by physicist Larry Shaw at the San Francisco Exploratorium in 1988. Shaw would make fruit pies for his coworkers and march around the buildings with staff and public. St. Patrick's Day is a classic holiday celebrated every March 17th, the death day of the St. Patrick. Celebrations generally involve public parades and festivals, Irish traditional music sessions, and wearing of green attire or shamrocks. There are also formal gatherings such as banquets and dances, although these were more common in the past. St. Patrick's Day parades began in North America in the 18th century, but did not spread into Ireland until the 20th century. Don't forget to wear green tomorrow or you might get pinched. On top of those holidays, we are now in daylight savings time. Daylight savings is when clocks are advanced by 1 hour during the summer months so that evening daylight lasts an hour longer. Although daylight savings could be helpful economically by reducing the use of electricity at night, critics of daylight savings time say that it can disrupt travel, billing, record keeping, medical devices, heavy equipment, and sleep patterns. I don't know about you, but I want my hour of sleep back. Although flu season is nearing its end, one should still be cautious. Flu, although year-round, is most active between October and April. If possible, get a flu shot. Keep washing your hands, use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, stay away from people who are sick, and keep your surroundings clean. You guessed it, April the giraffe has still not had her baby. One might wonder if she's even pregnant. The zoo that April is from, Animal Adventure Park, swears by it, however. The park released a statement Tuesday morning that they have reason to believe that April is nearing the end of her pregnancy. April's live stream has been active since February 23rd. Students everywhere were hoping for a snow day Monday morning, but received a rude awakening when the snowfall melted by mid-Sunday. This is unlike students in the Northeast receiving up to several feet of snow amidst a blizzard. Can you say lucky? In local news, amidst H.H. Greg's bankruptcy, the company is closing up 40% of its stores, including the Mooresville store and several other North Carolina locations. The Mooresville store is having a huge blowout sale, so get it till it's gone. Prom tickets are now officially on sale at Lake Norman High School and Statesville High School. Lake Norman High School's final two performances of High School Musical on stage will be taking place this Friday and Saturday, March 17th and 18th. Tickets are $10 for adults and $6 for students. In movie news, MTV, the network responsible for bringing us years of music video-based entertainment that has now decayed into mindless reality shows and teen scripted dramas, has announced that its movie awards is taking a new direction. Along with recognizing successful movies, the MTV Movie Awards will now begin to award TV shows for their efforts. This is the first year in 25 years of the award show that will award television. We're living in a golden age of content, and great storytelling and characters resonate regardless whether you're watching it in a theater or on TV, Chris McCarthy, president of MTV, said in a statement. The new MTV Movie and TV Awards will celebrate even more of the brightest, bravest, funniest, and most shared films and TV shows resonating across youth culture. The MTV Movie and TV Awards will air May 7th. Jordan Peele, of Comedy Central's Key & Peele and several other efforts, has made history with his debut film, Get Out. We said in a previous broadcast that the film has an astonishing 100% in Rotten Tomatoes, but the film continues to meet more success. As of this past weekend, Get Out has grossed over $100 million in box office sales. Peele makes history on two fronts, being the first Blumhouse Productions film to gross $100 million. The company had previous releases such as Paranormal Activity, Sinister, and Insidious, and being the first African-American writer-director to have a film gross over $100 million. As for what's next for the rising star, Peele says he's already envisioning a series of spiritual successors to Get Out, exploring more, quote, social demons. Naturally, with the success of his first movie, we can expect studios to be clamoring to work with him. It seems inevitable that he'll join the ranks of other first-time indie directors like Colin Trevorrow, Mark Webb, and Jordan Vogt Roberts to be handed a multi-million-dollar franchise. A Wrinkle in Time, an adaptation of the beloved children's science fantasy novel, has wrapped under director Ava DuVernay. DuVernay has previously directed buzzworthy films such as Selma and 13th. The star-studded cast of DuVernay's adaptation includes Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Zach Galifianakis, and Andre Holland, the latter of which is fresh off the success of the Best Picture winner Moonlight. When a widely loved book is adapted to film, we can only hope it is done justice. However, having seen Ava DuVernay's previous work, this shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to the next half hour with you. We will be right back with Zach's video after the commercial break.
Come on. Man, I wish we had a PS3. This is whack. Whoa! What is... It's a Doritos! Dude! Yeah, do it again, do it again, do it again! What should I wish for? New stereo system! I wish for a new stereo system. I wish the girl from 301 was here. Doritos! Yes! So you got any friends?
Hi, welcome back. We're about to show you a video by our very own Zach Beeler about the Outreach Director for Lake Norman Regional Medical Center, Mitzi McCordie. Here it is.
Interviewing in a hospital can be tough, as rarely anyone will let you film if you don't get permission from an employee. Even though I did, I still was not allowed to film a whole lot. Even certain employees were hard to film.
Okay, my name is Mitzi McCordie, and I'm the Outreach Director for Lake Norman Regional. I've been here 14 years in February.
Mitzi McCordie, as Outreach Director, actually runs the Community Outreach Program of Lake Norman Regional Medical Center.
Community outreach is basically I'm a representative for the hospital. So if somebody calls the hospital and says, we'd like for you guys to come out to a health fair or a church bazaar or a business expo, then I'm the one who typically does that. And I represent all the departments here, whether it's rehab or surgical or bariatrics. And I'm like the outside marketing person. So I'm the one that tells you the information about our services, how you get to our services, what actually we do in each department, and what we can offer you as a patient. So that's what I do a lot. I also coordinate our educational programs with our physicians. So whether it's a primary care physician, a specialist, if like I have a senior circle group, which is a senior group, and I'll take our physicians out to speak to that group on anything from diabetes to orthopedic surgery to endocrinology. It just depends on the group and the topic or the specialty area of that physician. Also support groups I do. We have a cancer support group, a stroke support group, and a diabetes support group, so I coordinate those groups as well.
I asked her to elaborate more on her senior circle group.
Again, that's my senior group. It's a senior membership group, so there is a fee to participate in that. That's a monthly program. I do socials with my seniors, so we'll have games and activities. We do travel as well, like day travel trips, like we've been to the Biltmore House, we've been to Old Salem before, and then we're starting to just incorporate some more overnight travel. So this year, some of my seniors, if they choose to, will go a trip to New England for a week-long period, so that's something that's new this year that we're starting to offer.
Being the one to run the community outreach program, Mitzi McCordie has been a part of several events. One in particular was very interesting for her.
Dr. Oz was in town a few years ago, so I helped coordinate that health fair for it was for the Health Reach Community Clinic. It's a free health clinic, so I helped coordinate that. And I'd never been involved with a superstar, someone who's on TV. So
With her job, McCordie has to be very organized. Even during the event, she couldn't escape that organized discipline.
Well, we got to block this door. We've got to have 2 people standing here. How many security do we need? We had to have the fire marshal there to make sure there was nothing that shouldn't have been there that day. So that was kind of the craziest event, I think, just because it was so different than what I did at other events. You go to some events and there may be 2 people that show up and you're there 4 hours. So those are kind of, it's not a crazy event, but those are unsuccessful events that people think, oh, I'll put on this health fair and 100 people will show up, and it just doesn't happen sometimes.
Sometimes, though, McCordie has been in several successful events that actually help the community.
I think the Go Red that I mentioned, we do that. That's been an ongoing event. We have it here. We don't have a big meeting space, but it can hold about 50 people. We fill that event up pretty much every year, so it is a successful event. We have a great cardiologist that speaks. We have a great lunch, a healthy lunch that day, so I think that's been our ongoing most successful. We also do a skin cancer screening here, free for the community. We'll have our dermatologist participate in that, and we usually see 80 to 100 folks in about 2 hours for a screening, so that's a very organized, crazy event because we get them in and get them out, but it's a great service for the community.
And with that, a learning experience under my belt, I headed home. We couldn't talk for longer as McCordie was very busy, but later on she helped explain some things. For one, when she or another representative goes to the events like the health fairs that she was talking about, they are a vendor there, not entirely someone overseeing the event. Besides talking about services the hospital provides, they also do things like blood pressure screenings to be more interactive. In all, Mitzi McCordie helps provide a community aspect to Lake Norman Regional Medical Center, not just to help the hospital in being closer to the community, but for the community to trust the hospital too. This is Zachary Beeler, acting as your Cat's Couch correspondent.
All right, we'll be right back after the commercial break with Billy Wells from an interesting new early college in Iredell County.
Dude, that girl that sat next to us at the movies yesterday was so hot.
Oh, I know.
You went to the movies without me? Did you go see the Avengers? You did?
Here, Joey, chill, eat this.
Why?
You get all whiny when you're hungry.
Better?
Better.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
All right, and we are back with another guest on the Cat's Couch. So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Good morning. I'm Billy Wells, and I've been with Iredell Statesville Schools for 11 years now.
Wow.
Just this week have been appointed as the principal of the new early college
Oh, wow,
in Iredell Statesville
congratulations.
Schools. It's the Agriculture and Science Early College, and it will be located on the campus of North Iredell High School.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So how many pathways can you choose from, and could you give us like examples of the opportunities the students would be able to have here?
Okay, well, there are really three options for students that will be entering the early college. They will be able to, first of all, earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree in a 5-year period. The three associate's degrees that are going to be available are first and foremost, an associate's in agribusiness.
Oh, wow.
And this degree will be, all of the degrees will be a collaboration between Iredell Statesville Schools and Mitchell Community College. So they can earn an agribusiness associate's degree. They can also earn either of two college transfer associate's degrees, either an associate's in arts or an associate's in science.
Oh, wow.
So good options and opportunities for the students that will be going to this early college.
Wow, that's awesome. Are there any prerequisites that must be taken in order to enter the school?
No, the school will be for rising ninth graders. This year we will also be accepting a few rising sophomores and perhaps juniors, but traditionally the early college will be for rising freshmen. They will begin the program their freshman high school year, and then they will be in the program for up to 5 years. Many students can actually accelerate their courses and finish the program in 4 or 4.5 years. But traditionally it's set up for the students to complete their high school diploma and an associate's degree in 5 years.
Oh, okay. When did the early college open?
Well, it hasn't opened yet.
Oh.
The early college has been in the works for over a year now, and a lot of groundwork has been done, a lot of planning, a lot of organization, but the school is not open. It will open in August of the next school year, August of 2017. We will be opening the doors for our first students.
Okay. When did so planning for the college began about a year ago. Do you know anything about how that began?
Well, I know that some of the early ideas came from our superintendent, Brady Johnson, Teresa Hayes, who is the principal of North Iredell High School, also was an early supporter of this and began working on it and putting the plans together. Terry Hutchins, who is the principal of one of the other early colleges in the system, provided a lot of support to her too. So those were some of the founders that helped get this idea up and running and have now brought it to fruition. So.
Okay, so the classes will be taking place on the North Iredell campus?
That's right. This early college is going to be housed on the campus of North Iredell High School.
Okay.
We will be dedicating one wing of an existing building to the early college, and we'll take it from there. Hopefully this is going to grow and expand, and we'll see where it goes. But we're looking forward to growing the school and building something that's really worthwhile for the students.
That's really interesting for people who are interested in the topics that you have there. Let's see. So, how many students would you say you're expecting to have?
Well, initially, we're looking at somewhere around 100, maybe up to 125 students.
Okay.
We're going to begin the acceptance process. It's already underway, and we'll be notifying the students that are going to be accepted into the program very soon. So probably initially we will have about 100 to 125 students in the school, and then we will grow from there.
Wow. Okay. So is there any application process that you would have to get into the school?
Yes, there is. Basically, you have to demonstrate that you are going to be a good student for this type of program. And you do that by completing an application. There's a writing assignment, and you also have to get recommendations from some of your existing teachers and staff who are willing to support you and to affirm that they think you would be a good student for this program. The application process starts in December, and then into January, and then applications have to be submitted by the 1st of February.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the teaching staff, how many teachers you have, anything like that?
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a joint venture with Iredell Statesville Schools and Mitchell Community College. So there will be staff both that are employed by Iredell Statesville Schools and Mitchell Community College. For the early college, we will have teachers who will be teaching the core curriculum for some of the subjects, such as the English and math and science core curriculum classes. But then we will also have the Mitchell Community College staff coming on our campus to teach the classes. So it will be a collaborative effort, and we will have staff both from Iredell Statesville Schools and Mitchell Community College.
Wow, that's really cool. Is there anything else you'd like people to know about the college?
Well, while this college is based and is housed in the northern part of Iredell County, it's not just for students in the northern end of the county. This is for the entire school system, and it's an opportunity that all students in the school system can take advantage of. Initially, students will be able to use the existing transportation system, and then we plan to be adding some specialized transportation into other parts of the county. So, for example, if you live in the southern end of the county and you would like to attend this early college, we will have points where we will pick up students and transport them to the school. So it's an opportunity for students in the entire county, and we look forward to reaching out and bringing these students together to take advantage of this opportunity. I'd like to also mention that North Iredell High School has the largest FFA in the state, and the agriculture program is tremendous at North Iredell High School. And that's another reason that this is such a good fit
for that school, for
the campus. And again, the agriculture department at North Iredell High School is going to be a very big part of this school, and will be another partner that will be collaborating to make this a successful venture.
Wow, that sounds like a really excellent opportunity. Thank you so much for coming on our show today.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it, and hope that you'll be able to visit us on campus sometime soon.
Yes, definitely, and I'll probably tell my friends about it too, just to get the word out. All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
What are you looking at?
More than half of people who die in car wrecks aren't wearing their seatbelt. Oh yeah!
Yeah!
All right, and now we have a video by our Taylor about why car accident rates are on the rise. Research tells us that somewhere between 25 to 50% of all motor vehicle crashes in this country really have driver distraction as their root cause. Officer John Carney of the Fairfax County Police stated rubbernecking is the most dangerous distraction in my experience. Drowsy drivers account for about 100,000 accidents every year in the United States. The risk is greatest from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. Symptoms of driver fatigue include heavy eyelids, frequent yawning, a drifting vehicle that wanders over road lines, varying vehicle speed for no reason, misjudging traffic situations, seeing things jump out in the road, feeling fidgety or irritable, and daydreaming. In 2004, an estimated 16,654 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes. There is an average of 1 death almost every half hour because of drunk driving. The percentage of drunk driving is increasing significantly. 9,967 people were killed in drunk driving crashes in 2014. Law enforcement made 1.4 million arrests for driving under the influence in 2010. Speeding reduces the amount of time necessary to avoid a crash, and it also increases the risk of crashing and makes the crash more severe if it does occur. When speed increases from 40 to 60 miles per hour, the energy released in a crash more than doubles. About 112,000 drivers on average are ticketed for going too fast each day. On average, 800 people die from a speeding accident every month. Aggressive driving. Operating a motor vehicle in a selfish, bold, or pushy manner without regard for the rights or safety of the other users of the streets and highways. The majority of these incidents involve men between the ages of 18 and 26. 44% of drivers reported that they have engaged in aggressive driving behaviors in the past 3 months. Icy roads, high wind, and rain are all examples of poor weather conditions that can make it dangerous to drive. There were at least 477 deaths due to icy roads in the United States during the 2008 to 2009 winter season. Every year, nearly 900 people are killed and nearly 76,000 people are injured in vehicle crashes during snowfall or sleet. Now this one is pretty obvious, but people still do it. Thousands of people are involved in automobile accidents each year because someone runs a stop sign. Overall, most accidents are preventable.
Alright, thank you so much for watching. To recap, we had Zach's video about Mitzi McCordie of Lake Norman Regional Medical Center. We had Billy Wells of the College of Agriculture and Sciences, and Taylor's video about why car accidents are on the rise. It was a great show today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.